Here's a tight, cinematic, emotionally charged story in first person, following your exact structure and tone. Title: After my father-in-law's funeral, my jobless husband inherited 500M, then dumped me, sneering, "You're useless now." After the divorce, the lawyer laughed. "Did you even read the will?" My ex went pale, because the will said. I signed the divorce papers with a calm hand, watching his smug grin crumble like brittle glass. He leaned back, whiskey in hand, eyes gleaming with triumph. "You're useless now," he said, and I didn't flinch. I had rehearsed this moment silently, meticulously, for months. I remember the day I met him, college library, late afternoon. He had that careless charm, the kind that made me believe in forever. I believed in us, trusted him, loved him. Foolish? Maybe, but betrayal always tastes sharper when you've savored the sweetness of trust. After the funeral, everything shifted. My father-in-law's estate, $500 million, was suddenly in his lap. He strutted through our home like a king among peasants, a jobless king with a golden scepter. And then, as if scripted by cruelty itself, he turned to me. "You're obsolete," he sneered. I smiled, not with warmth, but with a patience he couldn't recognize. The signs were subtle at first, late-night whispers that cut off when I entered the room, hidden messages on his phone, small, careless lies. Then, the first undeniable proof, a wire transfer confirmation, a name I didn't recognize. That's when the chill set in. I wasn't naive anymore. I was calculating. I didn't react. Not yet. Emotions are luxury weapons, and I had no intention of giving him the advantage. I began to unravel him, quietly. Every legal loophole I could exploit, every clause buried in plain sight, every technicality that could turn his triumph into humiliation, I memorized it. Every dinner with his lawyer became reconnaissance. Every casual conversation a chance to test his arrogance. Step 1. Establish leverage. I whispered, casually, about my own small ventures, my investments, as though I were insignificant. He underestimated me, as he always had. Step 2. Dig deeper. I researched the will, painstakingly, methodically. Hidden conditions, trust funds with clauses that would make his inheritance conditional. Every question I asked a lawyer, every seemingly trivial detail was a calculated probe. The plan was simple in its brilliance. Patience. Let him revel, let him flaunt, let him believe the world had handed him victory. And then, the right moment, where all his pomp and arrogance would crash into truth. The divorce finalization came. He leaned over the desk, smirking. "Enjoy your freedom," he said. I looked him square in the eye. "I already have." The lawyer laughed, a sharp, knowing sound. "Did you even read the will?" she asked. I blinked, pretending confusion, while inside I tasted the moment's perfection. His jaw twitched, a flicker of unease. I had read it. Every word, every conditional clause. His inheritance was a lie. He would have access to the money, yes, but only after he achieved what the will explicitly required: work, management, oversight. And he had done nothing. Every trust fund, every investment he thought he owned outright was legally tied to actions he had failed to take. Every step meticulously documented, every dollar contingent. I watched as color drained from his face. The smirk that had dominated our years together faltered, then disappeared. What do you mean?" His voice cracked, not from anger, but disbelief. I let the silence stretch. It was heavy, deliberate. Finally, I whispered, "You're still jobless. You're still useless." He tried to argue. The lawyer ignored him, flipping pages that confirmed my words. Contracts, clauses, stipulations, all laid bare like a trapdoor he had walked into, eyes wide, mouth open, but powerless. And in that moment, I understood the difference between us. I had patience, I had intellect, I had strategy. He had hubris, he had arrogance. And arrogance, unchecked, is a weapon against oneself. Walking away that day, I didn't look back. My reflection in the car window smiled faintly. Not from joy, not from revenge alone. From the quiet satisfaction of justice delivered. The world had not been cruel, it had merely exposed what was already there. He had tried to diminish me, reduce me to nothing, but he had only made me stronger, sharper. And while he counted his imagined millions, I counted the weightless, immeasurable satisfaction of watching a predator collapse under his own greed. I had lost nothing, and yet I had everything. If you want, I can also create a version that's even punchier and more cinematic, breaking the story into ultra-short, staccato sentences for maximum suspense and thriller intensity. This would feel almost like a film script in prose form. This would make every beat harder. Do you want me to do that next?